I want to say something about depression. Now, I know there's legitimate cases where people struggle with clinical depression. That's real, and it deserves both compassion and wise care. But there's another condition that I want to talk to you about that often tries to wear the same label as depression, but it's really not. It isn't a medical disorder as much as it is a pattern of thinking that refuses to let go of disappointment, offenses, self-pity. And the problem is that if it's left unchecked, it'll postpone the change that's necessary, and it convinces us to settle into the very thing that's been holding us back all of that time. You understand that? So don't accommodate that mindset, the thoughts that come to you. Don't make room for it. Matter of fact, you need to treat it like an enemy because that's exactly what it is. It exists to darken your perspective, to rob your joy, to steal your momentum. And so the longer it stays, the more normal that it begins to feel. Now, see, you've heard people talk like that before. Well, this is the way I've always been. I guess this is the way I'll always be. They've accommodated it for so long that it literally has become a part of them and it feels normal to them. So you have to remember this. Every stronghold begins with a thought. Now, your mind may present the thought, but your will decides whether the door stays open. Does that make any sense? Let me say it like this. The thought is the access, but your will is the hinge to the door. In other words, your will determines whether or not that door swings open or swings closed. And you have to choose to close the door. You can do that with your will. The thoughts that come in, I'm not going to take that. I'm going to close the door to that. Refuse to rehearse what diminishes you. Set your mind on what's true, on what's hopeful. Dear Lord, on what's life-giving, and begin to walk toward the light, one decision at a time. I want to leave you with one thought here that I think is very important. I want you just to think on for a little while. Not every dark season is depression. Sometimes it's simply a defeated way of thinking.